Today is January 6th, 2025, and the last time I posted about Bitcoin or Ethereum analysis was on New Year's Eve when the Bitcoin chart looked just like this. And before I keep going, I just want to say I'm very active on Twitter and I post about Bitcoin and Ethereum on a moment by moment basis, so follow me there. I'm going to keep my YouTube videos just overall past analysis. So that being said, December 31st, the last time I posted about Bitcoin Ethereum was this day when Bitcoin chart looked like this. And I was mentioning how I wanted Bitcoin to break out of the range that it's in for me to be convinced to see where it's going. Obviously, we had all of that. But prior to all that, Bitcoin was dancing in the range of this daily order block and was respecting the 50% of this daily order block. And then we had this candle broke above this daily swing high over here, confirming bullishness. And when it did that, obviously it tapped into this daily fair value gap right here. And then when you move forward till the past couple of days, this daily fair value gap is actually used as support today on the higher time frame to push price up, and for Bitcoin to eventually reach into this daily fair value gap right here at precisely just pretty much 100K. So again, on the daily time frame, Bitcoin respected the 50% of this daily order block. I remember in my previous videos as well, I was saying that I wanted to take out these lows, and it's not what happened. Obviously, we're still bullish. So now we're obviously continuing to be bullish. And again, 50% of this daily order block was respected. Swing high was broken with this candle, broke above this daily swing high. And then this daily fair value gap is used as support to push price up. And then also this fair value gap level is another daily, or is it, yeah, it's another higher time frame support level. And then just going on the daily time frame. So you see this daily fair value gap right here on the lower time frame. We had boom right there, right? So this is the daily fair value gap I'm showing you guys right there. And I mentioned this part on my Twitter where if Bitcoin respects this level, I'm pretty sure it was this level I was mentioning, this level and or this level of this. So these two 4 hour fair value gaps, I was saying if Bitcoin respects these, we're going to continue going higher. So obviously what we saw. And then there's this 4 hour fair value gap as well that price had tapped into for an institutional order flow entry drill. That's the pattern that ICT calls. ICT calls this, and then boom, we had this nice spike up. I had also been mentioning on Twitter that because I was saying that like if Bitcoin's going to respect this daily order block, the 50% of it, it might want to retrace down into kind of this fair value gap with this order block. But I had also mentioned prior to it happening that if Bitcoin doesn't respect this daily order block, that it would blast through it, and that's exactly what we had. So I pretty much called a lot of these moves out on Twitter, which was nice to see. But nonetheless, it's pretty straightforward. Like I think we're obviously going to be heading into this fair value gap right here. I think that when we tap into this level right here, we might see price slow down for a day or two, or maybe retrace down a little bit. But you know, it's not going to keep going up forever in one big swoop. It has to kind of slow down and create these order blocks and kind of go down a little bit. So I'm anticipating that this next daily fair value gap between 102.6 and 103.3, call it, that Bitcoin's going to tap in and it's going to cause a reactionary move, whether it's a daily order block or just maybe a small little collapse down into lower price action before resuming higher. So we'll see what we get over here, and so on and so forth. But I think that's pretty much all I had for Bitcoin. Real quick, I'm not going to take too much time, and that's really all that needs to be said. Yeah, that's it. Ethereum, same thing. I was saying how Ethereum, I wanted, Ethereum. Well, same thing with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin, disrespected this daily order block and went down, that's what Ethereum would have done as well. But on the flip side, Ethereum was respecting this daily order block right here, the 50% of it. Look at this, like just beautiful respect with the bodies staying above the 50% of it. Look at the sensitivity we had at the 50% of it, and then so with this nice up move on Ethereum, and then I had also mentioned on my Twitter that if Ethereum respects this breaker and goes down, that's one option or one scenario. But I said if it disrespects this breaker, it's going to keep going higher. So obviously we had this move up on Bitcoin, this nice little run up that I just showed you guys. Boom. Ethereum, obviously it's going to keep going up as well with Bitcoin. It's like a little bit slower, obviously, but it's pretty much it. So Ethereum's obviously going to keep going higher. And look at how, I'm just going to remove everything. Look at how we tapped this daily fair value gap low, and then we had this nice move, like this whole move, this, 70-ish dollar drop, this nice sensitivity, this nice reaction at this daily fair value gap level. So something similar to a reaction like this is what I'm anticipating is going to happen with Bitcoin when it taps this level as well, kind of like an exhaustion. And then that's about it. But we do have a daily order block on Ethereum right here. So I want to see this daily order block, obviously stay respected. And, I don't want to see it be disrespected because obviously if we go below it, then we're bearish, but this daily order block is probably going to be respected. And then you can actually enter buys here, and then have a low risk stop loss. But this daily order block is, I'm anticipating that, Ethereum's going to be trading into the range of it. And then we are probably going to be resuming higher because we also have a 1 hour fair value gap right here, right? So this 1 hour fair value gap is a support level for Ethereum, and then it's going to continue going higher and so on and so forth. But one more thing on Bitcoin is and I mentioned this on my Twitter, is that this 1 hour fair value gap is going to be support for price, right? Ideally, it's going to respect it and keep going higher. And if that were to not happen, then the next level of interest or support level is this 4 hour fair value gap. So the range of this 4 hour fair value gap from 50% of it to the high is kind of an area that I'm looking at for support level that you can enter your buys on. But obviously, if we have Bitcoin respect this 1 hour fair value gap instead, then that's even better. So you can be entering buys in here as well. And so that's pretty much it. Follow me on Twitter, algo_trades_. Cheers.